Hello and welcome back to Ascension. Since we last left off, some good and bad things have both happened. The bad thing, as I was looking for some more cows and just searching around the general area, like think around over here, I kind of did another loop around and explored some more this way later, but yeah, I was just looking around, and on the way back around here, it turned night and I was ambushed by two werecats. They killed me and no grave spawned. So we lost a bunch of stuff to that, and I decided not to spawn it back in because I felt like it was a little bit overpowered anyway, because we lost our mithril armor, pick, sword, and some of the ores I mined. I spawned in some of the ores to smelt because I did go back there and get the experience and confirm there's no items or grave. But I decided not to spawn back in the mithril because we still have some of that, and I felt it was kind of hard to replicate that because one, mithril is actually bugged at the moment. It has double the normal durability. So pretty much the pickaxe should have been dead anyway. And the armor should have probably been... I'm not sure if the armor actually had the double durability bug, but still. It would have been tricky to spawn in a set and get it to the right durability level. So I decided just not spawn it in and make a bronze armor set instead, because we got a lot of bronze. And it seems more appropriate for where we should be. We also got some scrolls and quills now because I found some ink sacs. Actually makes, I think, 6 per ink sac and feather of the quill. Oh, and we also got some enchanted leaf. I got them by killing those little tree ant people. They're actually very easy to kill once you learn the strategy, because you can knock them back and just have to keep aiming at them, and they pretty much never reach you. Anyway, these remove all negative status effects by consuming them. We'll need a lot of them for some of the tough stuff later on that poisons you a lot and such like that, especially blindness. That's why we'll need them. I made some gold chests, but I really didn't do much with the other base. I just kind of ran out of room in that one. Oh, and I did get some more forest orbs because I got attacked while looking around. So yeah, that's pretty much all that happened. So let's make some new tools real quick. Okay, I'm going to make another mithril sword. Oh, that's the mithril rod. Ooh, we probably should look into that, but yeah, I think I'll hold off on that for now. And bronze armor, because we have a lot of bronze. Bronze actually gives a lot of experience, and I did get a lot of experience off camera as well, which I stored in the chest upstairs, which I'll show you in just a minute when we go and enchant the sword. Although we probably could get better. Yeah, bronze, it's slightly better than iron. I think it's the same armor, but more durability. And it's as enchantable as diamond, which is actually less than iron. So I come up here. I got a lot of levels, although we only can use withdraw 4%. Oh, that was actually very close. Okay, store. There we go, 5 levels. It's a bit tricky to get 5 levels with that, but fire aspect, a little better than knockback probably. Actually, can I put this in and enchant again? No, I can't re-enchant. Thought I could. Darn. Okay, so down here in the teleporter room, pretty much the same, but I got a spare teleporter now, and I found something in the mines. I actually found it after episode 2 on my way. Oh god. Have no idea how that actually was spawned just in that little crevice. Better light it up. There's lava right behind here, by the way. But anyway, so on the way out of here from episode 2, there was something I found and noted, but I didn't get to in episodes 3 or 4, so now I'll show you it. I did explore it already, but it's right here. I was digging ores and I found this other little cavern. There's actually a skeleton spawner, although I had to break it to get the chest, so I disabled it ahead of time because I knew it would be back here and wanted to do it on camera. Ooh. Oh, Kreknorite and a knowledge fragment. That's actually pretty good. Actually, we could use the chest, so I'll grab that real quick. Okay, but that's not all. Up here, there is a mineshaft. I already went through a good bit of this, but I didn't loot it. Like, I got the ores, but I saved any chests. This was kind of a dead end because of lava, but I think we can get it from the other side. Also did collect the string from here because we'll need it for bale nether and stuff. These centipedes are everywhere. Okay, so from here, we can actually get into the mineshaft, I believe, or the more mineshafty part of it. Yeah, this is kind of where I left off. Okay, ooh, a diamond box, another weakness flask. Okay, what the flasks do when you drink them, it applies a potion effect to your sword. So, that's pretty cool. And the diamond box here, when I right click, I get a random diamond thing. Okay, I think I literally just got the best possible reward for that, a diamond block. And there's a creeper spawner over here. And a chest. At the moment, I kind of haven't broke the creeper spawner because this is actually pretty good gunpowder farming. Holy crap. Ah! I really hope I grab that in time. In retrospect, that might have been a trap chest and I wasn't paying attention. It probably was a trap chest, my bad. That would explain why I exploded soon after opening it. I was just kind of awestruck that we actually got another shard. Okay, so there's shards for iron, gold, diamond, and emerald, but there's also one for a nether star, but you actually need another star to get it. Yes, I did. Uh-oh, 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 uh-oh. So, I got this, and if we check the recipe, I use it to make some of these fancy books, and I can use it to clone another star if I get enough. So it's pretty useful, actually. Unfortunately, fortunately, I didn't blow up the creeper spawner. I just caused a giant hole. I think we're just going to leave this path now. Okay, and there's one other thing. Oh, I actually missed a web there. Oh, and here. I did a poor job on this side, apparently. I think there's lava there. Okay, through here, there's a dungeon, but it's an arrow spawner dungeon, so should be no mobs. Fortunately, I don't think we can collect the arrows. Hey, look, more dungeon. Let me just block it there so nothing ambushes us while we check the chest. And a mithril pickaxe. Good thing I didn't make another one. But actually, mithril pickaxes aren't that useful because they only mine the same as iron. So, just throwing that out there. And I think that's it for the regions already explored. So let's look a little further, I guess, before heading to do something else, because this is pretty interesting. Not bad. But that's certainly a poison spider spawner. Yep. Nope. Yeah, I'm not dealing with that. I really hate poison spiders. They're just the worst. And they're definitely going to poison me, and then I'm going to start dying, and it's not going to be very fun. And but over here, there's a chest. Thorns and an iron box. And the backpack comes in handy. On a side note, tin is actually rarer than copper. I didn't actually set it to be rarer than copper, but just from what we mined so far and what I have seen in the past, it just always spawns more rarely. Despite having the same spawn rate or supposed spawn rate, I just always find more copper. So, yeah, we have a lot of copper spare for tools, but not as much tin, so tin's kind of what we're going for, I guess. Okay, there's a lot of ores here, and I really don't want to mine them all now. I'll come back and do it off camera just because, yeah, it just kind of will slow down the video a lot. Same for the rest of those webs, because I don't think you want to see me. Okay. The silverfish, and there's this. Ah! Ah! It's a TNT zombie. That happened again. Okay, that's probably the same spawner too, and a creeper come, of course. And I actually noticed the little mistake I made, so, yeah, isn't that fun? Okay, we disabled the trap spawner. And got all our stuff back that I'm aware of, anyway. Uh-oh. There are a lot of silverfish really angry. There must be one of those angered silverfish spawner that spawned them enraged, and yeah. Oh yay, buckets. Actually more useful than I originally intended by putting them in the chest. Anyway, I did notice a little mistake I made, though. In that, oh, here's the creeper spawner's other side. Oh boy. TNT. Yeah, I'm just gonna... We're just gonna leave that now. Like I said, I'll come back and deal with this more off camera because... and that path was pretty much exploded. Well, I could go on with this mineshaft more, but I think we got enough stuff for now that I'm just gonna call it and head back, and we're gonna start on something else. But yeah, the one thing I did mess up on, this potion. Apparently I put the wrong ID, because I did not mean for that to spawn as chest loot. Potions are very easy to mix up though, because they all start with 373, although originally I did 273, which was a stone, or 272, which was a stone sword for some of them, but apparently for that one I also typoed, because I did not mean for that kind of potion to spawn. I have no idea what that potion's even used for. But yeah, I'll go through and fix that soon in the configs, and if we encounter any more of those potions, I'll just replace it with the proper one. I'll check what it was supposed to be off camera. But just to mention, the potions I meant to have in chests were ones like strength, healing, regen, fire resistance, and resistance, I think. Resistance is one from the more potion types mod. So yeah, it was probably supposed to be one of them, and I just typoed. Okay, the iron box is a block of iron. Wow, I'm getting really lucky with these satchels. Okay, so we got a Thorns book. And we got a bunch of other nice stuff. Let me just actually... I'll sort it properly off camera, but yeah. We got a good bit of stuff, including all the flasks, which was kind of odd, because I thought they were supposed to be rarer than the potions here. Is this the adventure diary from before? Nope, that's a new page, actually. There were a few empty slots for the missing end rise. Thankfully, I had enough on me to activate it. I hardly stood there for a second before plunging into it. This was the moment I was finally gonna kill it. Okay, I stored our experience, but there's one other thing I really would like to look a bit for, since we're down so deep anyway. I'll probably just cut, but I really want to see if we can find some adamantium. Now, I set adamantium to spawn very deep down. We found it. Holy crap, that was a bit easier than expected, but as you can see, it spawns pretty deep down. It's only 10 Y and below, and there's still a chance that there's lava right around it. Ah! I was right. Huh. And that's only 3. Dear God. But yeah, originally I intended adamantium to be 8 and below, you know, half the range of diamond, which is 16 and below. But I realized that the bedrock kind of cut a bit too much into that, so I raised it to 10. It still doesn't have much of a range before bedrock, and it's still pretty hard to get because of it. But yeah, I also did make adamantium explosion proof, because I intended for explosives to be a good way to search for it, because there is some very overpowered TNT we can get. Hey look, diamond. Side note, it may actually be more common than diamond down here, it's just you have to go a lot lower to find it. I don't know, I don't know the exact spawn rates of most of this stuff, like I don't know what spawn rate diamond is compared to adamantium. I can only set the adamantium spawn rate, so it could actually be that diamond's easier to get or harder to get than adamantium, at least at this height. Okay, so the reason we need adamantium is not just because it's the next step above diamond. I think I actually set it so it has less durability than diamond, but it's stronger. But because adamantium and mithril combined in the fusion furnace to make therium, which we will need to mine onyx in the nether, and that's kind of where we're heading now. So yeah, that's going to be our next step. Okay, maybe it's not as rare as I intended. I don't know, it's hard to tell, because if it is a bit too common, oh well. We're probably not going to mine too much more anyway. But yeah, these spawn rates were very hard to configure for fear I got them too common or too rare, because it would be a bit worse, I guess, if it was too rare and I spent like an hour trying to find just one piece of it. Although I do think I might have made it a little too common. I don't know. I think I'll just not mess with the rate, because I did change the mithril rate, as I think I mentioned before, but I don't think it's going to do as much good considering how many chunks have already been loaded. Like around the other base, the floating mountains, then you probably won't see the old mithril generation. It'll be a little harder to find, but in these chunks, the mithril is still going to be as easy as it was at first, so it doesn't really matter if I change it much, so I don't think I'll bother to change adamantium at all. Okay, apparently adamantium is a bit too common. You just have to search around a bit for it, though. But, yeah, as I said, I won't be changing the rate. I'll just not be mining more of it. Although I could just throw, like, half of what we found into lava, but I don't feel like it. Oh, God, I got a little lost there. I don't feel like doing that. It's just a bit more common than planned. Oh, well. Okay. Well, there was one downside of therium I didn't yet mention. To make the good large chunks of it, we need glowstone dust. So I'm going to be mining some more obsidian, and in the next episode we'll head to the nether. Then we'll get the glowstone dust, come back, and make the therium. Then using the therium we can make a pickaxe, and a sword, and enchant them, and then mine the onyx. And then we'll pretty much be at the top tier already. I did not expect it to happen quite this quickly. And to end the episode, let's watch as we smelt the first adamantium ingot. Ta-da! A nice green ingot. Now we can put this in the fusion furnace with mithril, and the glowstone dust we'll be getting next episode, and get therium chunks, which we then smelt into therium ingot. Anyway, so yeah, hopefully you enjoyed this episode. Thanks for watching. Until next time, goodbye.